Pleased to be able to meet one of the sisters at the top of the echelons of the Sudan Liberation Movement, and to share her views on the struggle, because most of the time we look at the fighters and we are always attracted to the men. But what about the sisters? What is the role and where are they? So how is the struggle? Tell us, how is the struggle?
The struggle is tough, serious, but promising.
What role higher up do women play? Are women at the top of Sudan Liberation Movement?
Yes, they are at the top of the leadership of the movement. They are on political SLM, and they are on military also. Lots of women now have been joined the army since a very long time, and some of them have been ranked very high, got very high rank now in the movement. I can't tell which rank and I can't tell which sectors and which is which, because this is confidential, but I guess very soon when we liberate the country, when we declare it on the TV, they will come and show themselves out who they are and which ranks, but they are there.
So as far as you're concerned, the struggle is between all of us, men and women, are all there together in the front, in the support system, nurses, administrators, it's even.
Yes, the struggle is everywhere. For us women, we are struggling to fight for our own rights against the government, because we face tough and serious genocide have been targeted women as a tool of war. Lots of women have been raped. But we also struggle among our movement with our men to put our share there on table by constitution, to get our rights, not to be left behind. And when people get their own freedom, we come and struggle again for our own rights.
So there is no, let me free myself and then I'll free you afterwards. You are saying freedom goes everywhere, internal and external.
When the struggle starts, the very first people to provide food were women. We used to provide small portion. Any woman have to bring small portion for the army. Then we start to join the army itself. We start to join the training, and by accident now we are the medic in the army. All it's women. We are not graduated from universities, we are not doctors, but we got trained on the field. Because when you see a soldier that has been torn into pieces, you try to do your best to make something. Because we feel like we are mothers. We have born these children, we brought them to life. We are not only soldiers that are killing people, no, but we also preserve our lives, and we are also preserving lives of those soldiers who are fighting with us. Women now, the women, they are provide food for the army. Up to date, we are on the 21st century and we are grinding grains with stones. We are working from morning to evening just to feed them, so that we could tomorrow move forward and fight the government. That is why we felt now it is our right to be there on the high decision-making level, to be in political wing or the military factions. And that is why now I guess women have got their own rights, and in all organizations of the Sudan Liberation Movement and Sudan Liberation Army, women are there.
So thousands of women in millions in refugee camps, hundreds of thousands raped, villages burned. That must put a big struggle on women who are naturally providers and take care of everybody. For a woman to be there and see their children without facilities to provide for them, that must be very difficult.
It is very difficult. It is very difficult, and we are facing difficulties day by day. We are living it, we are touching it, because when you see that you cannot feed a child that is crying for food, I don't know what your feeling will be, but for us, We've created so many things and ways, at least to feed the people and to feed the children. Leave it alone those who lost their minds, they got sick, and what the men have, they have always their own way to escape out of it. But we are there. We are there holding guns. We are there feeding the children. We are there. We are there just to be on our indigenous land. We are not living anywhere because we believe that if we left this land 1 inch, we cannot get it back.
And is the fact that the Sudan government is very repressive driving a lot of women also to the struggle, women who would never have thought of getting a gun and shooting somebody?
Yes, like myself, I've never thought that I am holding a gun and going to a training camp.
You look so natural in the uniform. I thought you have been fighting since you were born.
No, no, I haven't. I used to be a teacher in the university. I did my degree in environmental science. But when it comes to my own people, I have left everything and joined the army, joined the struggle. First, I thought it is by political struggle I'm going to do something. But when I saw that how children have been burned down to the ground, your own home, we have left with nothing, only the smell of ashes and dark color all over. We have a very fertile land. There were our cattle, there were crops, just like any natural African village in the continent. But when you see that like everything has been burned to the ground, this can make you leave everything. Because I believe those who did this crime, they must get punished. And we are not lazy people who could leave our own land to somebody else to occupy. And this land have been inherited. This is what we are. This is an African land. If we could just leave 1 inch for those people, tomorrow we will get just chased out of the continent. And we are not those people. We are preserving our rights on this land. We are preserving our right of life. This is all what I guess what you call it international system make the human rights laws and human rights charters. Those who believe so, all these things have been collapsed by Sudan government, have been demolished. It is nonsense there, because when you are a secure person in your village, and out of a sudden you heard the Janjaweed coming on their horses, killing, raping, looting every single thing, and yet they are still alive, enjoying all what we have. This is this is the driving force that I feel like all my things is there. I should get them back. This is my right. This is my land. Now we have newcomers come and settle on our lands. Those Arabs who have been brought from Mali, from Niger, from Chad, from neighboring countries to settle in Sudan. The government allowed them to fight with impunity, giving them the uniform, giving them the ID cards, because those Arabs who are living with us in Sudan are cowards. They don't have the power to fight us. That is why they are importing people, getting people from outside, promising them our land. So I guess now some of those Arabs now they understand very well that they are not going to get this land. It's not an easy job for them. They are going to vanish up to the last person, and they will not get this land.
Right. So you're saying Arabs, forget it. You will never have this land. You will never live here. You will never settle there. This is our land, and we as women will be at war against you till the last one of you is gone.
Yes, that's it. This is a matter of be or not to be. We are African indigenous people in the land of Sudan, not only in Darfur. Sudan, the majority of population, 80% is more than 90% are indigenous African groups and ethnicities. And those Arabs are few. They are newcomers, they are invaders. They are enslaving us. And this is what we got to know, that we are not allowing any more this kind of thing to happen in our life. No more genocide, no more Arab to rule like this, no more Arab to discriminate. This is no longer is going to be on my life. I'm going to fight up to the last person, up to the last bullet that I have. I'm going to kill them all.